Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? So, we just finished or are in the process of finishing day one of the legal tampering period, and there were quite a few fireworks. And even though I wasn't really planning for it, I think I'm going to go ahead and go live tonight for at least a little bit to talk about what happened, and mostly because I feel like there's going to be a lot of upset people that need to be given the opportunity to vent about what this team is doing and maybe just need the opportunity to be talked off the ledge right now. So, to quickly summarize what happened today, purely from a Seahawks perspective, because there was a ton of other stuff that happened. The first hit came this morning when we got word that the Patriots had signed a Jonnu Smith to a 4-year, $50 million deal. Some Seahawks fans really wanted him. I was kind of lukewarm on him personally. I didn't mind. Joe Thuney signed an $80 million deal with the Chiefs, which some Seahawks fans were really unhappy with. I personally didn't think we could afford him, and we really couldn't have afforded him at $80 million, 16 mil a year. So I was fine with that. And a few guards were picked up. A few guards like John Feliciano was picked up by, well, not picked up, but kept by the Buffalo Bills. Kevin Zeitler was picked up by the Ravens, and some Seahawks fans wanted these guys. They were on the fringe of my radar, but the first big blow did not hit until a few hours ago when the Los Angeles Chargers decided to go a little crazy and they scooped up Corey Linsley. And that one hurt even me. I can't even lie. 5 years, 62 million. I was not even close. The experts were not even close on Linsley, and it sucks. It does. But if I value a player at 3 years, 30, and another team out there offers him 5 years, 62 and a half, I think you just kind of have to wave goodbye and say, hope things work out for you, but we're not going to make it happen here. So yeah, no Linsley. The first big blow to my free agent hopes this offseason. And the day has gone on and on. More players have gotten picked up. Matthew Judon went to the Patriots. Yannick Ngakwe went to the Raiders. These were players that some Seahawks fans had at least some interest in signing. And here we are. It's almost the end of the day. Action's winding down. And the team hasn't really done anything yet. And I get the sense that a lot of people are getting very impatient, and I don't blame them. And to a certain degree, I'm there too. Um, I think we need to have a bit of a discussion tonight about what this team is doing and how we need to, as fans, be healthily digesting it. And I just think some things need to be laid out. I do know that we have officially lost two players. Phillip Dorsett and Carlos Hyde both went to Jacksonville. I'm assuming Dorsett got a minimum contract, which is more than he deserves, probably after what he did to us last year. And Carlos Hyde got 2 years, $6 million, which is a little more than I wanted to give him. So fine. So yeah, Phillip Dorsett, thank you for all the nothing you did. I sure miss the way you would stand around in the background clapping your hands in a fleece jacket while the team actually went on the field and played. And Carlos Hyde gave us a pretty decent year as a backup running back, so shout out to him as well. But neither player will be terribly missed. I certainly didn't want Dorsett back. I was ambivalent on Hyde. And that kind of gets us to where we are right now, down to bench players and waiting for the team to do something. And the thing is, if you take a look at a lot of the players that got signed today, just so I can quickly summarize how I'm looking at this, a lot of them got massive contracts. In fact, I think a lot of them got overpaid. Corey Linsley is a great player, but 5 years, 62 million is double what I was expecting for that dude. Double. Not just more, not just a lot more, double. Um, Matthew Judon, what did he get? Like 70 million or something like that? I don't think he's a $70 million player at all. Thuney, he's very, very good. I think he's a $60 million player. I don't think he's an $80 million player, honestly. That's a little bit of a stretch for me. But the thing is, these guys who get signed as soon as free agency starts to open up, they're going to get overpaid. And to a certain extent, when you are a team like the Seattle Seahawks, you have to be willing to park your butt on the sideline for at least a little bit, let the top guys get overpaid, and work through the bottom end of the first wave and then the second wave on. So you may notice that my free agency plan this offseason only included 3 new players, and only one of them was a potential first waiver. And by the way, I just want to say I didn't think Corey Linsley was going to be a first waiver. I thought he was going to be behind Ryder from the Chiefs and Karras from the Dolphins. I thought both those guys were going to get more money than Linsley. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. But yeah. So I was kind of anticipating a little more laid back free agency period. So the fact that we haven't done anything after one day, it, like I said, it hurt to see Linsley go, but I'm not that upset about it. I'm not that surprised by it. And as for Linsley, there are centers out there, and I will be talking about that more tonight. But my current object of affection is David Andrews from the Patriots. Should be able to get him because the Patriots have already spent all their dang money. Ted Karras from the Dolphins, and the Chiefs guy, Ryder. Yeah, Austin Ryder. And then you have the second tier guys who I would be okay with in context. Austin Blythe, Alex Mack, and even Ethan Posick. So we're going to talk about this tonight. I sense that a lot of Seahawks fans need to be talked off the edge, so I'll spend a little bit of time tonight going over what happened, what didn't happen, why I'm a little anxious too. But at the end of the day, even if this team were to move stuff around in order to create more cap space, it's not necessarily a good idea to go out and overpay the first wave. So everyone sit tight. We'll see what happens tomorrow. The only thing that really hurt me today was Linsley. And if the Chargers want to pay him $62 million, then I guess you just got to give it to him. So I'm going to eat dinner. Going to take a little bit of time to process my thoughts, and then we'll go live sometime after dinner for maybe an hour, and we'll sort through all this. We'll talk about all the contracts that got signed. And yeah, if you want to vent, you can vent. If you want to be frustrated with the GM and coach, I'll be there with you for some of it, but I want everybody to understand our position, and I want everybody to understand that there will be good assets to get in the coming days. All right, peace out, go Hawks. See you guys later tonight.